Did you know that just one serving of beef a day could force your kidneys to work twice as hard, accelerating your body's aging process? Red meat beef, pork, goat, lamb, these staples of the American diet, cherished by millions, may be quietly undermining your health from the inside out. Picture a classic American barbecue, plates piled high with ribs, burgers, and sausages. It's delicious, comforting, familiar. But behind this savory delight, your kidneys are battling toxins, cholesterol is clogging your arteries, your heart is straining to keep up, and chronic inflammation is silently weakening your body. In the next 15 minutes, we'll unravel the science backed by America's leading experts, explaining why red meat could be a silent threat to seniors' health. From your kidneys to your heart and beyond, we'll explore each risk clearly and offer simple, practical solutions to protect your vitality without sacrificing the joy of eating. Join us on this journey, starting with your kidneys, the unsung heroes of your body. Every aspect of your health relies on your kidneys, from your daily energy to your ability to live independently. These silent heroes work tirelessly, yet they don't signal distress until it's nearly too late. For seniors, protecting kidney health is paramount, and red meat, despite its appeal, may be placing these vital organs under serious strain. Let's dive into the science. Red meat, beef, pork, goat, lamb is packed with animal protein. While protein is essential, the type found in red meat poses a unique challenge. During digestion, it breaks down into compounds like urea and creatinine, which your kidneys must work hard to filter out. A 2023 study from the National Kidney Foundation shows that excess protein from red meat elevates blood urea levels, placing constant pressure on the kidney's filtration system. For seniors, whose kidney function naturally declines by about 1% per year after age 40, this added strain can accelerate permanent damage. That's not all. Red meat is rich in purines, natural compounds that break down into uric acid. Too much uric acid can crystallize in the kidneys, forming painful kidney stones or triggering gout, a form of arthritis affecting over 8.3 million Americans per the CDC. Seniors are especially vulnerable due to slower metabolism. A 2021 study in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that frequent red meat consumption 5 or more times a week increases kidney stone risk by 30%. Even more concerning is chronic kidney disease, which affects 37 million Americans, mostly seniors. According to 2022 data from the National Kidney Foundation, seniors eating red meat 4 or more times a week face a 40% higher risk of chronic kidney disease compared to those limiting it to once or twice. A 2023 study in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases adds that reducing red meat can slow the progression of early-stage chronic kidney disease, offering hope for those who act early. Processed red meat sausages, bacon, deli meats compound the problem with high levels of phosphorus and sodium. Excess phosphorus disrupts mineral balance, harming bones and kidneys, while sodium raises blood pressure, further stressing the kidneys. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, recommends seniors limit sodium to 1,500 to 2,300 milligrams daily to protect kidney health. So what can you do? Small changes yield big results. Cut red meat to 1 or 2 servings a week, choosing lean cuts like sirloin over fatty ribs. Swap it for kidney-friendly proteins like salmon rich in omega-3 south, eggs or plant-based options like lentils, black beans, or chickpeas. A 2022 study in the Journal of Renal Nutrition found that plant-based proteins reduce kidney stress by up to 20% compared to animal proteins. Drink 8 to 10 cups of water daily per NIDDK to flush toxins and lower kidney stone risk. Adding a slice of lemon or cucumber enhances flavor without sodium. Annual kidney function tests like creatinine and EGFR, are crucial, especially for red meat lovers, as recommended by the National Kidney Foundation. Your kidneys are the foundation of your health, but they don't work alone. They rely on clear, healthy blood vessels to deliver blood for filtration. Let's explore how red meat impacts those vital highways next. Your kidneys keep your blood clean, but your blood vessels ensure that blood reaches every part of your body. When these highways become clogged, the consequences can be catastrophic, and red meat, a beloved staple, may be quietly increasing that risk. Red meat is high in saturated fats, which directly raise LDL, or bad cholesterol, in your blood. According to the American Heart Association's 2023 guidelines, a 6-ounce serving of beef can contain 10 grams of saturated fat, nearly half the daily limit of 22 grams for seniors. Saturated fats signal the liver to produce more LDL, which sticks to artery walls, forming plaques that narrow and harden blood vessels. A condition called atherosclerosis, the root of most heart diseases. Atherosclerosis raises blood pressure, forcing your heart to pump harder. A landmark 2021 study in Circulation, published by the AHOA, found that eating red meat 4 or more times a week increases the risk of coronary artery disease by 22%. This condition, affecting 18 million Americans, is the leading cause of heart attacks. As plaques grow, they can rupture, forming blood clots that block arteries entirely, triggering heart attacks that claim over 600,000 lives annually in the US, per the CDC. Seniors are particularly vulnerable as blood vessels lose elasticity with age. A 2022 study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology notes that high cholesterol combined with high blood pressure in those over 65 triples heart attack risk. Processed red meat, steak and sausages, hot dogs worsen the issue with high sodium content, which elevates blood pressure. A single sausage serving about 50 grams can contain 700 milligrams of sodium, nearly half the daily limit for seniors. Sodium causes water retention, increasing pressure on blood vessel walls and the heart. You can protect your arteries with smarter choices. Replace red meat with leaner proteins like skinless chicken, turkey, or fish. Add fiber-rich foods, leafy greens, oats, apples, berries, to sweep LDL cholesterol from your blood. A 2022 Journal of Nutrition study found that adding 10 grams of fiber daily, an apple plus a bowl of oatmeal, can lower LDL by up to 7%. Healthy fats from olive oil, avocados, and nuts boost HDL, good cholesterol that clears LDL. A 2023 European Heart Journal study shows replacing saturated fats with unsaturated fats reduces heart disease risk by 15% in seniors. Regular cholesterol checks are vital. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, NHLBI, recommends a lipid panel every 1 to 2 years for seniors, measuring LDL, HDL, and total cholesterol to catch issues early. If you have a family history of heart disease, more frequent testing may be needed. Your arteries are the highways of life, but your heart is the engine that keeps them moving. Let's uncover how red meat threatens your heart and how to keep it beating strong. Your blood vessels deliver life, but your heart orchestrates every beat, keeping your body in rhythm. Red meat, when consumed frequently, can disrupt this rhythm, posing direct threats to your heart and brain through heart disease and stroke, among the greatest risks for seniors. A key culprit is L-carnitine, abundant in beef and lamb. Gut bacteria convert L-carnitine into TMA-otramethylamine, an oxidotoxic compound that promotes inflammation and plaque buildup in arteries. A 2020 Harvard Medical School study in Nature Medicine found that high TMAO levels increase heart attack risk by up to 60% in seniors. TMAO accumulates over time, making frequent red meat eaters especially vulnerable. processed red meats, bacon, sausages, hot dogs,
Add
deli meats add another layer of risk with nitrites and nitrates. Preservatives that harm the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels. A healthy endothelium keeps vessels flexible, but damage makes them stiff and prone to plaques. A 2022 study in arteriosclerosis, thrombosis, and vascular biology shows that frequent processed meat consumption raises heart failure risk by 28% in those over 60. The numbers are stark. A 2020 Harvard study in the BMJ found that each daily serving of red meat, small steak or a few slices of deli meat increases stroke risk by 18%. Stroke, affecting nearly 800,000 Americans annually, is the fifth leading cause of death and a top cause of long-term disability, per the CDC. For seniors, a stroke can mean losing independence. Red meat, especially fatty cuts and processed varieties, may also contain trace artificial trans fats. Despite the FDA's 2018 ban, which raise LDL and lower HDL cholesterol, the AHA notes that even small amounts of trans fats can increase heart disease risk by 20% in seniors. Protect your heart and brain with the Mediterranean diet, emphasizing fish, salmon, sardines, nuts, almonds, walnuts, olive oil, and vegetables. A 2023 The Lancet meta-analysis shows this diet cuts heart disease risk by 25% in seniors. Limit red meat to 1 or 2 meals a week, choosing lean cuts like sirloin. Exercise 150 minutes of moderate activity weekly, like brisk walking or gardening, strengthens the heart and lowers TMA. A 2022 circulation research study found regular exercise reduces TMAO by 15% in red meat eaters. Regular blood pressure checks every 6 months and annual lipid tests per AHA catch issues early. Your heart is the maestro of your body's symphony, but another silent threat from red meat: chronic inflammation can disrupt the entire performance. Let's explore this hidden danger next. Your kidneys, arteries, and heart are vital. But there's another threat that ties them all together: chronic inflammation. This slow-burning fire fuels nearly every age-related disease, from heart disease and diabetes to arthritis and cancer. For seniors, controlling inflammation is key to long-term health, and red meat may be fanning the flames. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection. But when it persists at a low level, known as chronic inflammation, it becomes destructive. Red meat, particularly fatty cuts and processed varieties, triggers chronic inflammation through several pathways. First, saturated fats in red meat activate inflammatory pathways, increasing production of cytokines like interleukin-6 and C-reactive protein, CRP. A 2022 study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that frequent red meat eaters have CRP levels 25% higher than those who primarily eat plant-based proteins or fish. TMAO, the compound formed from L-carnitine in red meat, also fuels inflammation. Beyond damaging blood vessels, TMAO prompts immune cells to release inflammatory substances, stressing the entire body. A 2023 study in Nature Communications linked high TMA all levels to increased risks of rheumatoid arthritis and type 2 diabetes in seniors. Processed red meats contain nitrites and advanced glycation end products, AGEs, formed when meat is cooked at high temperatures. AGEs promote oxidative stress and inflammation, damaging tissues like joints, blood vessels, and skin. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high-temperature cooking of red meat increases blood age levels by 30%, contributing to chronic inflammation and premature aging. Chronic inflammation worsens existing conditions in seniors. It intensifies arthritis, causing more joint pain and stiffness. It promotes insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes, which affects over 25% of Americans over 65, per the CDC. Most critically, it drives heart disease and cancer, the top 2 causes of death in seniors. You can dampen inflammation through diet and lifestyle, reduce red meat, especially processed varieties, and embrace anti-inflammatory foods. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, reduce inflammatory cytokines. A 2023 study in arthritis and rheumatology showed that eating fatty fish twice a week lowers CRP by 20% in seniors. Plant-based foods are powerful allies. Berries, leafy greens, turmeric, and ginger contain antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. A teaspoon of turmeric in soup or a smoothie can make a big difference. A 2022 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that a plant-rich diet reduces chronic inflammation risk by 30% in those over 60. Physical activity helps too. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking or light yoga daily can lower inflammatory cytokines, per a 2022 study in the Journal of Gerontology. Discuss inflammation testing with your doctor, particularly CRP levels, to monitor your risk. By cutting back on red meat and prioritizing anti-inflammatory foods, you can extinguish the fire of chronic inflammation. Let's bring it all together to protect your health for the long haul. Eating is one of life's greatest joys, a personal choice that connects us to tradition, family, and comfort. But as you enter your 60s and beyond, those choices become powerful tools to live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Red meat may be a cherished part of the American diet, but the science is clear. It strains your kidneys, clogs your arteries, threatens your heart, and fuels chronic inflammation, all silent but serious risks for seniors. Your body is a magnificent orchestra. Your kidneys are the silent heroes, cleansing your blood day and night. Your arteries are the highways, carrying life to every organ. Your heart is the maestro, keeping everything in rhythm. And when chronic inflammation is tamed, your body plays in harmony. By reducing red meat, choosing fish and plant-based foods, staying hydrated, moving gently, and checking in with your doctor, you can keep this orchestra performing beautifully for years to come. This isn't about giving up what you love. It's about choosing foods and habits that love you back. You've earned the right to enjoy your golden years with energy and independence. Start with one small step. Swap that burger for grilled salmon this week, or add a glass of lemon water to your day. If this video has shed light on your health, share it with someone you care about, your spouse, sibling, or best friend. Together, we can help more seniors live healthier, longer lives. Don't miss our next video, where we'll reveal an everyday food that seems harmless, but could be quietly raising your diabetes risk. You'll be surprised to learn what it is. Thank you for watching. Here's to your health, your heart, and a vibrant future ahead.